Bless America. Okay, so this is going to be all the steps in one video of muzzle training. That way you have it and you can use it while you're at home versus waiting for me to get them on video for man. I do have some commands that you're not going to use for man, touch being one of them, because Hash is fully muzzle trained, and so he knows the command that will show you what to do, if that makes sense. Okay, so first is first. You remember the video of man. Hash up, sit. No, you are where you were supposed to be. Okay. So touch. Good. Yes. So you remember that one where man, touches it? Yes. Anytime he smells it, investigates it, touch? Yes. He'll get a treat, right? So that was level 1. Level 2 is just kind of pushing it on his face, letting him get used to it. Good. Yes. Yes. Right? So that's level 2, getting him used to it being near his face more than just him touching it. Yes. Yes. Good. Yes. Right? So that's level 2. And again, every level that you go through, make sure that he's completely comfortable with the first level before you move to the next, okay? So he shouldn't be, yes, so see how he's calm and cool with it? He's not moving away from it. He's not trying to run from it. Nothing like, well, you are now, turd. He's not trying to run from it or anything like that, right? So you see Hash is very relaxed and comfortable? Yes. Right? And so, also I'll go through the video first. Hash, come here. Sit. So next level is called luring into the muzzle. So just like any of the basket muzzles you have, you'll see that they have the big holes right here. That's perfect for handing treats while you're training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my treat, I'm going to put it through the hole, and I'm going to tell him muzzle, yes. And when he lures in, you see how Hash went for the treat and he put his whole face in the muzzle? Now is when you're going to start using the command muzzle. You're going to lay in the command and teach what you're expected. Muzzle, yes. Good. Yes. Okay, so this is level 3, just getting him used to having it on his face. Muzzle? Yes. Good. Doesn't take you don't need to keep it on there for very long. You don't need to do anything else but luring him in there. And like I said, Hash has been trained on this already, so he knows what to do. Muzzle? Yes. But man might need to take some luring, so you might need to show him the treat a little bit farther, get him into it, kind of let him take, you see how I'm letting Hash lick the treat a little? Yes. Good, muzzle. Yes. All right, so we're going to lay in that muzzle command. We're going to teach him to get used to it being in his face. Muzzle, yes. Yes. And you see how Hash already kind of did it a little. And so your next step is going to be layering in the command before the treat. So Hash, muzzle. Yes. Good boy. Yes. So you see how I told Hash to muzzle, and he put it straight away into his muzzle, and then he got the treat. You need to scoot back this way, bud, so we can see you on the camera. Scoot over here. Good. Muzzle? Yes. Good. And so you saw Hash kind of try to paw it off a little. That's okay. That's normal. Just keeping this light, upbeat, and happy, moving at their own pace is key. Hash, muzzle? Yes. Hash, muzzle? No. Muzzle? Yes. Good. Right? So that'll be, let's see, level 3 or 4. I lost track of my numbers. Good, muzzle. Yes. Okay? And then your next step is going to be muzzle. And you're going to start working on moving things very lightly over his face. You don't have to clip it all the way until he gets comfortable, but start leaving it on there. Start putting your things on. Yes. Good job. Good muzzle. Okay? Start getting your straps ready, making him sit for a little bit longer, maybe putting him over and waiting for a minute. Yes. Good muzzle. So this next level is going to be more about duration, okay? So as he gets comfortable with it on and you start moving the straps, getting him used to it, nice and easy, yes, good muzzle. Okay, so that will be level, I want to say 5 is what we're on. And then your next step, Hash, you got to come over here, bud, so we can see you. Sit, sit. Your next step is going to be completely putting it on. So Hash, muzzle, yes, quit that. We're not going to put the top strap on because he doesn't need it per se. Next step is leaving it on and taking it off. Yes, good boy, good muzzle. Yes, yes. Okay? Hash, come over here, please. I know you're getting so excited. Scoot your butt so we can see you. Sit. Good. Hash, muzzle. Yes. No, quit that. And you can also, if he's you see how Hash is kind of pawing at it a little? Quit. You can also start doing this. So this will be adding into your next step as you're starting buckling it. Yes, good muzzle. Yes, this one isn't quite sized right, so he's having a hard time getting treats from it. I just grabbed one that I knew would fit at least. But you can start giving him treats through it. Yes, good muzzle. Yes. Yes, making him keep it on. Reaffirming those commands. Yes, good muzzle. Yes. Good muzzle. Yes. Taking it off. Good. Yes. Okay, so these last few steps, buckling it and stuff like that, is going to be all about duration. So progressively as he gets comfortable, start adding in duration, and clipping the buckles and stuff like that. And eventually he'll get there. It shouldn't take very long. Say Hash was muzzle trained in about 2-3 days with consistent work once a day, just like this we did here. But he's also he lets me do anything to him. He's an amazing dog. So, maybe, man, if he's getting a little frustrated, you can stop it and wait and come back to it a little bit later, the next day, a couple hours, whatever is comfortable for all y'all, whatever you have time for. And eventually he'll get to be where he can wear it constantly and be able to not be stressed in it, right? And so I also want to talk about markers. And so markers are words that we tell dogs that they're doing right, but the command is not over yet, right? So when we are done with the command, like we say, man, sit, and he sat for you, and you're done with him sitting, what do you say? Good boy, right? And so typically we associate good with the command is done, no more. You don't have to do it anymore, right? So we need what's called a marker to teach the dog that, while yes, you're doing it correctly, command's still not done, we still need to keep working. And that's why you hear me say yes. Every time Hash did what I wanted him to, yes. So that was his marker that told him what he was doing was right, but we weren't necessarily done with all the work. Because if I would have said, good boy, Hash, he would have done exactly what you see now, where he has disappeared, right? I told him good boy at the end, and now he's gone. And so, yes is a great thing to teach dogs as a marker that tells them that, hey, you're doing great, I love what you're doing, but we're not done working yet. So you can start adding in that as well as you're teaching your command muzzle. And keep moving forward with it. If you need help with properly sizing one, that is not a problem. I can definitely help you with that. Maybe get him sized one day while he's here with me, or get you some good videos on how to size them. There are tons of great resources online. If you want to, you can also add me on Facebook, and I can put you in a few groups that are pro-muzzle groups. That'll help you with a lot of information, a lot of great educational videos on how to use them, which one's the best for what scenario, and all of that stuff. I already mentioned to you, Jafco muzzles are fantastic for having enough breathing room, panting room, and stuff like that, while also limiting biting. This is the Baskerville muzzle. It's a great muzzle that allows you to pant and train because you can still give food through it. They can eat, they can drink. But unfortunately, because there are these big open spaces everywhere, you can still potentially bite. So that's why I said for any kind of aggression issues like going to the vet, I recommended the Jafco. If you know that you're not going to have it on long term and it's only going to be for quick vet trips, then you can use a basic cloth muzzle. That'll be fine, but just know that that does not allow them to pant, because that muzzle is specifically designed to keep their entire snout shut and hold tight, right? And so, like I said, that's great for short term. For his size and his nerves, I don't personally recommend them, just because he really needs to have that panting room. So Jafco is really what you're going to want. That's a great brand. It's going to be perfect for everything that he needs. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. Just keep working with it. Like I said, we'll keep working with it here. And hopefully he'll be able to be a muzzle pup in no time flat.